Beloveds of the light, as we move into this new year, 2026, understand that the ancient Kemetic Book of Gates is not just an ancient parable of the spirit world. It is a living map for everyday life. The journey of Ra through the 12 hours of the night, it mirrors our passage through uncertainty, pressure, and transition. Here at Mayat Trilogy, we teach that Mayat is not a philosophy, but it is righteousness that we embody. And every hour of the Duat trains the Ka and the Ba to breathe truth, justice, order, balance, harmony, reciprocity, and righteousness under everyday stress. And that is the preparation required for the days ahead. In Gate 9, Hour 9, the wisdom of numerology and the divine council, they converge to teach one unified truth. Completion is collective and ordered. So just as 9 months of pregnancy are required for a child to emerge whole, the ancient Ened revealed that no aspect of life comes in maturity in isolation. All of the natures they work together. And so each nature of the ancient Ened represents a necessary stage of inner development. And together they form the full gestation of balanced human being essence. And so nine is not accidental. It is the number of total formation. And so the ancient nature, noon, is personified right now as the first month of gestation, the silent waters of potential, where nothing is visible, but everything is possible. The ancient nature, Atum, he follows as the self initiation, the zinc spark, where intention takes shape. And then you have the neter, Shu, which teaches separation and breath, allowing space for growth, while the ancient neter, Tefnut, brings cohesion, teaching how moisture and emotion and connection keeps life from drying out. And the neter, Geb, he grounds the process, giving structure and stability, while the nature newt stretches and protects and teach expansion without collapse. These are the middle months of development where form strengthens and orientation becomes clear. As the cycles mature, the ancient Neter, Asar, he teaches continuity and purpose, reminding us that what is formed must serve life beyond itself. The Neter, Aset, brings intelligence and restoration, ensuring wisdom that guides power. And the Neter, Set, introduces resistance, not as destruction, but as necessary pressure that strengthens resolve. And the ancient Neter, Nebet, stands at the threshold, holding what must be released and what must be carried forward. So by the ninth month, the being is complete, ready to emerge, tested and intact. And so in numerology, the number nine, it absorbs every multiplication and still return itself. Let me give you an example. Let's do some Mayat mathematics. 9 times 2 equals 18. Take the 1 and the 8, add them together, you get 9. 9 times 3 equals 27. Take the 2 and the 7, add them together, you get another number 9. You take the 9 times 4 equals 36. You take the 3 plus the 6 equals 9. You take the 9 times 5 equals 45. You take the 4 plus the 5 equals 9. You take 9 times 6 equals 54. You take the 5 plus the 4 equals the 9. You take 9 times 7 equals 63. You take the 6 plus the 3 equals 9. You take the 9 times 8 equals 72. You take the 7 plus the 2 equals 9. You take the 9 times 9 equals 81. You take the 8 plus the 1 equals 9. And you have the 9 times 10 equals what? 90. You take the 9 plus 0 equals what? 9. Now that's Mayat. Because guess what? Numbers don't lie. So just as the ancient Ened absorbed every life force and still returns to Mayat, nothing is wasted. Nothing is excluded. Every experience becomes part of the whole. Gate 9, Hour 9, teaches that when all inner forces are aligned, completion occurs naturally. The struggle you endured was not random in 2025. It was part of the gestation for 2026 delivery. The resistance you faced was not failure in 2025. It was set doing its work, getting us ready for 2026. Think about it. The wisdom you gained was Aset, awakening within you. And so if we recap, going back into the season, Hour 1, Gate 1, it reminds us that every beginning requires courage. Ra entered as Kepre, the becoming, and so do we. Before solutions appear, before clarity speaks, there is injury. And so may I teach us truth here, not pretending that we are ready, but acknowledging that we are willing. For 2026 would demand honesty and self-awareness. And so with everything that comes to mind, we cannot carry illusions across the threshold. We enter as we are, committed to becoming more exact. And as we go back into Gate 2, Hour 2, we were introduced to justice. The gate does not ask where you came from, only whether you are aligned. Separation occurs not as punishment, but as consequence. Trilogy teaches us that justice is alignment with reality. In this season, some habits, relationships, and patterns will not cross with us. This is not loss, this is order. Justice clears the path, so energy is not wasted where growth cannot occur. And so Gate 3, Hour 3, it brought balance through illumination. Fire reveals without destroying. And so truth does not come to shame us. It comes to restore function. And so Ra breathes life into those prepared to serve the journey. And so this year, we celebrated 2026. And when you think about it, we only celebrate 2026 years out of 4.5 billion years on this planet Earth. Well, illumination will come, but it will come in moments. And when clarity appears, we have to act on it. Balance is found by responding when light is given, not demanding that it remains forever. And so recapping through Gate 4, Hour 4, it taught us order. Two paths exist at all times: life and fire, nourishment and destruction. Trilogy reminds us that order is not control, it is discernment. Asar stands still, not weak, but established. In the year ahead, you are not in need to rush. You need to choose correctly and soberly. Order keeps the soul from confusion when pressures arise. And so recapping through Gate 5, Hour 5, which embodies reciprocity. Judgment is universal. Everyone is weighed, rich or poor, strong or weak. What you have sown, it will speak. Yet, we all stand equally before the scales. May I teach us that reciprocity is exact return and not revenge. The encouragement here is simply this: invest in alignment right now, and the return will meet you when it matters the most. And so, listen, what you practice in Mayat privately will protect you publicly. I'll say that again. What you practice in Mayat privately will protect you publicly. And so, through gate 6, hour 6, it restored harmony. Sun Ra, he reunites with his Ba, and life flows outward from wholeness. And Mayat teaches us that harmony is internal agreement. When thought, word, and action aligns, chaos loses authority. For 2026, harmony will be your shield. Regulate your inner world, and the outer storms will not overthrow you. Recapping through gate 7, hour 7, it confirmed righteousness. The truer boys are fed, productive, and protected. Sowing righteousness produces abundance, not scarcity. Mayat teaches that righteousness is not moral performance. It is sustainable alignment. This year, one's character is being judged. Those who remain righteous will not just survive, they will cultivate fields even in uncertain seasons. And going back into gate 8, hour 8, it refines order again. Now through time, because when you look at it, the hours are bound and chaos is removed from the schedule. Mayat teaches us that mastery of time is mastery of life force itself. And as 2026 unfolds, protect your time, align your rhythm, and do not let disorder steal your energy. And now as we approach hour 9, gate 9, the threshold of authority, fire and water appears together. Restoration and judgment coexist. This hour prepares us for leadership without ego, speech without excess, and power without corruption. And so may I teach us that authority is not given to impress, but to preserve balance. The encouragement for this season is clear. You are not entering into 2026 unprepared. You have been trained by truth, shaped by justice, steadied by balance, guided by order, refined by harmony, and protected by reciprocity, and confirmed by righteousness. So walk forward without fear. You are not behind. You are aligned. And alignment is stronger than your circumstance. Ankh, Uja, Seneb, life, prosperity, and health. Ashe. O maximally great creator of infinite consciousness, source before formation of the alphabet, intelligence before instruction, measure before motion, order before outcome. We come before you not in noise, not in performance, but in alignment. You are the light that precedes illumination, the balance that existed before opposition, the true standard that requires no defense. Before you, all mask dissolves, all illusions lose permission, and all false weight falls away. As Ra journeyed through the gates of the night of the Duat, so we have passed through hours of testing, hours of separation, hours of refinement. We acknowledge the crossings that we have survived, the fires that clarified without consuming, the judgments that corrected without destroying. We thank you for not removing the pressure, but regulating it because you know how much we can bear. Establish the feather of truth in our minds that we may see clearly without distortion. Establish justice in our choices that we may act without favoritism or fear. Establish balance in our bodies that we may remain steady in unstable times. Establish order in our lives that chaos finds no vacancy within us. Establish order and harmony in our spirit that thought, word, and action agree as one sound. Establish reciprocity in our exchange that what we give returns in right measure. Establish righteousness in our path that our way remains sustainable and clean and holy. As we approach the gate of authority, gather and guard our tongues from access. Gather and guard our hearts from arrogance. Gather and guard our hands from misuse of power. And teach us when to speak. Teach us when to be silent. Teach us when to act. And teach us when discipline is the highest level of love and compassion. In the face of 2026 and all it demands, anchor us in calm authority. Let our nervous system remain regulated. Our decisions remain precise. Our leadership remains service to balance and not service to ego or manipulation. Where fire appears, let it refine us. Where water flows, let it restore us. Where judgment stands, let it be just. Where mercy is required, let it be wise. Restore breath to those aligned in the waters of noon, and remove disorder from our path without hesitation. Declare us Ma'ah Kuru, true of voice, not by what we claim, but by what we consistently embody. Let our lives speak before our mouths open. Let our presence establish order before words are spoken. We accept authority only when Mayat governs. We release power wherever imbalance appears. We commit to walk upright, measured, awakened, and stay activated through every remaining gate. The happy now grand rising is near. Seal us in breath, seal us in bone, and seal our mental nature in stone. May we move forward authorized, aligned, and activated, ready to serve. Ankh, Ja, Sanem, life, prosperity, and health. Ashe. As we enter our 9, gate 9, not to be inspired only, but to be examined. This hour does not welcome movement for movement's sake. It does not reward enthusiasm, passion, or ambition. Our 9, gate 9, is where fire develops a face and judgment develops temperature. This is the moment where authority is no longer theoretical. It becomes dangerous if mishandled and life-giving if governed by Mayat. In this hour, power does not ask who you are. It asks, what do you do when you are under pressure? Our 9, it stands at the edge between restoration and destruction. Here, the waters of noon hold those awaiting breath, while the island of fire burns those who have violated cosmic order. This coexistence is not contradiction, it is precision. Meatrology teaches us that Meat is not mercy alone and not judgment alone. Meat is exact placement. In this hour, placement determines outcome. The same fire that refines one's ba consumes another. The difference is not fate, it is alignment. This is the hour where leadership character and conduct is tested without applause. No crowds gather here. No praises echo in this chamber. Hour 9, it strips power of its costume and it reveals its consequences. The Ka learns that authority is not permission to expand self-righteousness. It is an obligation to contain and to sow or to plant righteousness. This is why Gate 9 is guarded by the parable of the flaming face. The fire sees, it recognizes motive. It responds to inner condition, not outer claim. In Meatrology, Gate 9, Hour 9, it governs the ethical use of influence. This is where speech is weighed not for eloquence, but for impact. The Medu nature, or the word of nature spoken here, does not evaporate. They are inscribed. They alter sequence. They shift destinies. This is why silence becomes a form of authority in this hour. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not containment. Silence is evidence that the Ba has learned not to leak power unnecessarily. Hour 9 and Gate 9, it trains our nervous system as much as the life force of the Ka. Authority cannot be held by an unregulated body. The wavering thoughts misuse its force. The reactive tongue distorts truth. The hurried mind corrupts justice. In this hour, the body itself is judged. Can you remain calm under pressure? Can you decide without being anxious? Can you lead with good character and discipline of one's body and spirit without applause? Mayat does not authorize the emotional ungoverned. This hour, it confronts the illusion that power is meant to be enjoyed. Power is weight. Power is burden. Power is responsibility that cannot be shared with ego. In Hour 9, Gate 9, ego becomes a liability. And we all know what a liability is. A liability is the act of lying about your abilities. It feeds the uja, or the fire, instead of using it constructively as a tool for prosperity. And so Meatrology teaches that the greatest leaders are not those who expand themselves, but those who reduce interference so Mayat may flow unimpeded. The island of fire in this hour is not cruelty, it is correction. It is the removal of forces that would destabilize cosmic balance if allowed to continue. This is Mayat. It is the Pekka Impu, or the 42 declarations of innocence, which is the removal of that which weighs the heart down, causing pain and stress and transgressions against the feather of truth. This is necessary for those who would carry authority in 2026. Meanwhile, the waters of noon hold restoration. Those who float there are not condemned. They are awaiting breath. This teaches us that authority must know the difference between delay and denial. Some needs breath of oxygen to activate the fire in divine timing. Mayat trilogy teaches discernment is the highest intelligence. Discernment is the ability to perceive clearly, judge wisely, and choose rightly, especially when situations and information or intentions are subtle, complex, or mixed up. Our nine is sharpens this discernment until it becomes interwoven into your decisions. And so this hour demands mastery of the seven principles of Mayad, not as ideas, but as reflex. Truth must be immediate, justice must be unemotional, balance must be maintained under pressure, and order must be preserved even when challenged, and harmony must exist between inner state and outer action. Reciprocity must be honored without resentment, and righteousness must be sustainable beyond this moment. If one of these principles collapse, authority becomes unsafe. And so our nine speaks directly to the challenge ahead. The coming season will require decisions without consensus, leadership without validation, and boundaries without apology. This hour prepares you for moments when you must stand alone and still choose correctly. Mayat does not train followers. She activates stabilizers, those who can command the fire and the waters to be still. In this hour, speech is delayed until alignment is verified. Action is withheld until consequence is understood. This is not fear. This is intelligence. Mayat moves with patience because she lasts for eternity. Disorder moves quickly because it burns out. Our nine authorizes those who understands this difference. Power in this hour is not seized. It is recognized. You do not announce authority here. Authority announces itself through precision, through discipline, and through the absence of excess. So when you enter our nine, gate nine properly, the environment adjusts to you, and chaos becomes silent, noise recedes, and the storm obeys your command. So this is how Mayat confirms authorization. Our nine also teaches withdrawal. Knowing when to remove power is just as important as knowing when to apply it. Leadership that cannot step back becomes tyranny. Authority that cannot yield becomes imbalance. Trilogy teaches that withdrawal is not failure, it is strategic righteousness. As this hour unfolds, the soul learns that fire is not the enemy, misalignment is. Fire simply tells the truth seeker that truth is faster than words. If you are aligned, the fire strengthens you and causes you to shine and reflect Mayat. If we are fake, fire reveals what you are really made out of. This is why the hour 9, gate 9 cannot be bypassed. Anyone who avoids this hour will misuse power later and mislead others through abuse. And so stand here. Do not rush. Let the fire look at you. Let the water hold you. Let Mayat examine your motives, your speech, your timing, and your discipline. This hour is not here to scare you. It is here to protect the future from irresponsible power. When you leave hour 9, you will feel elevated and you will also feel grounded. You will not just feel excited, but you will feel exact. And this is how you know authority has settled correctly. Because those who are authorized in hour 9, at gate 9, do not need to prove anything. They simply do not violate Mayat. And so the Merkut pyramid text declares, the sky door is open. The cool waters door is pulled wide. Purification is prepared in the marsh of reeds, and cleansing is made ready at daybreak. The initiate is washed, cooled, and restored. The heart is calm, the limbs are gathered, and the way is made straight. The Merkut pyramid text declares that a stairway is laid in the sky. The path is parted by divine order. The arms of Nut are extended in recognition, and lawful accent is granted without struggle. One is immersed in Mayat, lifted, clothed, guided, and received as an Ak. The pyramid text declares that the bark of 1,000,000 years of Ra is secure. The food of eternity are assigned. Provision is continuous, and subsistence is established beyond time. The Merkut pyramid text declares that authority is conferred. The initiate is seated between the dual ancient and ed, not to plead, but to judge. Governance is entrusted where truth has been confirmed. The Merkut pyramid declares the crossing of the fierce waters and the arrival amongst the imperishable stars. The marsh of rest is laid out. Cycles are stabilized. Continuity is ensured. One is no longer weighed, but installed. These declarations are not symbolic. They are operative. They do not ask for access. They confirm placement. What is spoken here has already been measured. What is measured here is already aligned. The way is open to you because order has been restored. Now, you be made whole. Ashe. O maximally great creator of infinite consciousness, truth that does not argue, justice that does not hesitate, balance that does not sway, order that does not collapse, harmony that does not fracture, reciprocity that does not forget, righteousness that does not expire. We exalt you not with volume, but with alignment. We honor you not with mental nature alone, but with lives arranged correctly in Mayat. Build the one who does Mayat, who speaks only what preserves order, who withholds words when silence is required, who uses power without abuse, who leads without domination, who judges without cruelty, who restores without indulgence. Establish their steps in steadiness. Let our presence quiet confusion. Let our decisions straighten crooked paths. Let our restraint protect generations to come. Let their authority remain unclean, untouched by ego, unmoved by pressure, and uncorrupted by praise. May the fire recognize us and refine us, and only consume what is not true. May the waters receive us and restore cleanliness and holiness. And may time bend into alignment around all of the rhythms of the universe. And may chaos lose permission in our presence. Seal our tongues in truth. Seal our hearts in justice. Seal our bodies to balance. Seal our house to order. Seal our ka and our ba to harmony. Seal our exchange to reciprocity, and seal our path to righteousness. Through the feather of exact weight, stand beside us when decisions are heavy. Stand within us when silence is required. Stand ahead of us when the way is unclear. Stand behind us when consequences unfold. Let us not seek authority. Let authority recognize us. Let us not chase power. Let power obey alignment. We close this hour not just in elevation, but established, not arrogance, but sincere, not moved by fear, but anchored in truth. Ankh, Uja, Seneb, life, prosperity, and health. Ashe.